want to thank you for coming to the museum's Living History Speaker Series. We are finishing up Hispanic Heritage Month. We are preparing for Dia de Muertos. And the one thing I think we all can agree on is when we talk about Latin culture and when we look about art, we see there's lots of light and there's lots of mysticism and there's lots of just cool things about the culture and the art. And so when we thought about who to ask and who to interview to come speak about these things, who else other than Mario Saucedo? I actually have his bio. Should I read his bio, guys? Should we be official?
Yes. Do it.
First of all, what's not in his bio, but is actually very, very cool, very, very wow, is, I don't know if everybody knows this, but my uncle actually graduated veterinary school in Mexico before coming to the United States. So he is a veterinarian, which is wild because he never does that. So, Morelia, Michoacán, Mexico.
Yes.
And I won't say what year, but I'll tell you it was February that he was born.
Yeah, no years for me, please.
No years. He's an inspiring figure in the intersection. Jerry Ann is in the audience trying to give away his age. We don't do that here. Mario immigrated to the United States in 1987 to chase his dream of becoming a special effects artist. His artistic journey flourished in Hollywood, where he worked as a special effects artist and costume designer for major studios. Fun fact, the Freddy Krueger claw that frightens me to this day was designed in part by Mario.
Yes, with John Criswell. Criswell was my mentor. John Criswell from Criswell Studios. I tell you later about him.
Okay. And then in 2003, Mario's passion for community service led him right here to Vallejo, California, where he co-founded, I think their dates are wrong because I was around when they first started. They've been here a lot longer than he doesn't want to give his age, guys. Where he co-founded the Solano AIDS Coalition, a nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting families affected by HIV, committed to celebrating cultural diversity. Mario has been instrumental in organizing vibrant community events such as Cinco de Mayo, Dia de los Muertos, and World AIDS Day. Also Fiesta Patrias now, right?
And Fiestas Primavera in Venecia.
He's just doing it all, guys. If there's a festival and you see ballet folklorico dancers anywhere, he's probably nearby. I wish that was a joke. That's actually
No, but it's the truth.
He works on several boards, including his own, and this Vallejo Naval Museum, as well as the Solano. He was also a board member for the Solano Library Foundation. Through his artistic talents and community leadership, Mario continues to make a profound impact, bridging cultural divides and fostering inclusivity in Solano County. Somebody really smart must have wrote that for you.
I loved all those changes. It's wonderful. Thank you.
So that's a little background on our guest. Everybody here knows me. Yes, nod your heads. Everybody knows me. You guys all know what I do. So,
Well, Maria Stad, director on the Fringe Theater, also / director of the Naval Museum, and winner of so many different awards with on the Fringe productions, going all over the nation with this wonderful place. She have a wonderful, beautiful crew. And all, they are my babies. I already know a lot of them. They was so little, so I carried them in my arms. So, and besides that, my niece, and much more, because woman of the year, nominated for this year, so many things. Maria, I know Maria since she was little, okay, so she's not that old either, so.
Yeah, thank you. Shh, let's not do math.
Okay.
Let's not do math. But that being said, I have known you for a ridiculous amount of time, before I was in double digits. That's why he's called Theo Mario. So you have been, in the time I've known you, I met you when you were out at farmers markets, again, I won't say the year, but I believe there was 80 things that claimed.
Don't say it.
And it was current. So you were out there selling things, trying to do stuff for Salon AIDS Coalition. Every time I see you, you've got something going on, and you're always bringing art and culture into it. But more specifically, there's not a single person who comes to an event of yours and doesn't immediately know that you're a proud Mexicano. Why is that so important to you in your work?
Well, you know what? For so many different reasons. You know, I'm Mexican, I'm Latino, my descendants are the Purépechas, you know, one of the most feared armies in those times of the civilization, you know. The Purépechas was the ones that conquered the Aztecs. Everybody think that the Aztecs was all them, but no. The reality is that the Purépechas conquered the Aztecs. So, and you know what, I'm Mexican, why not? I mean, I come into this country, and let me tell you one thing, when I come to this country, it was very, very hard for me. I grew up, and my family is not rich, you know, we don't have everything, but I went to school, and my dream, it was to become a special effects artist, because when I was 9 years old, I was watching the movie, The Bride of Frankenstein. Ooh. So I was telling my mom, I go like, you know what, Mom? I'm going to do monsters. And she's like, baby, that's real. And I was like, I'm going to make monsters. And So I fulfilled my dream. I moved to this country, and immediately, I mean, I started working. Not immediately, I mean, God, for the first week, it was horrible.
He said the first week. As an artist myself, I want to remind everybody that an actor usually gets 99 no's and 1 maybe. So yes, you had a hard week and then moved to a major motion picture studio.
No, but you know what? No, the hard week was because, I was homeless.
That is a very hard week.
Yes, I was homeless.
So tell me more.
Oh, all right. So no. When I have an uncle, you know.
So wait, you came up here with what? With no plan? Just
with no
Hollywood?
plans.
Just
No
stars
Hollywood.
in your eyes?
No, well, see, I watched the movies, and it was a Hollywood, the big mountain with the Hollywood sign and all that, and I know what I want in my mind. I know what I want to do. So I headed to Hollywood. I have family here in Montebello. So in Montebello, but I was not welcome, girl. So they had to kick
Why aren't you welcome?
I don't know. Well, maybe because I have a sweet. Okay. So that was one of the issues.
Nod your heads if you followed the code, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome. Continue.
All right. So, but you know, I know what I want. I really want to do costumes. When I was a kid, I was carrying my grandmother's and my mom's and everybody's clothes, and I tried to make something from nothing. So I always have that in my mind. So I mean, when I moved to Hollywood, for me it was very, very easy, because I started meeting people, you know, and then I start something that nobody was doing in that time. In the 1980s, nobody know that paper collectibles was money. So I find how to survive with not working for anybody, for like really not working for nobody. So I was a movie memorabilia and art broker. So I was going to theaters that they close out and pick up all the paperwork, all the posters, and create money from that. But my partner at that time told me, "Oh, you're wasting your time. I thought you said that you was coming because you want to be a special effects artist. So I have a job for you." I was like, okay. I was enjoying my times, you know. No work, making good money, being So I go like, okay. So I start my career with John Criswell or Criswell Productions. John Criswell, you maybe don't know about this, but you can Google it. John Criswell was the nephew of a very well-known Hollywood icon. I only know his last name. I forgot his name. But it was Criswell, and it used to be Criswell Predicts. So this guy coming from a coffin and he started predicting things. So his nephew worked for the Hansons. So he was the creator, one of the mechanics and the animatronics for the Muppets and for dinosaurs and all that. So my partner hooked me up with him. So I was like, all right. So I started my career right there. And it's very funny because I never in my life touched any sewing machines. I don't do any makeup. I don't do anything. You know, it was like, so I went and I was like, okay, I'm an intern. All right. So when I go,
Oh, all the unpaid interns in the room. There's at least 3 of them just giggled at that. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, but you're right. So so then the magic started happening. So I walk into the studios and the guy was leaving. I remember he was leaving because they was going on set to Seattle for a movie. I think it was Dante's Peak or something. I don't remember exactly. But he asked me, he was like, okay, I need a costume designer. So I need something to create for something called Creature from Earth. And we live in, so did you know how to work with sewing machines? Did you know? I was like, everything, yes.
So when they
But I
asked
don't know
him
nothing.
if he knew what he was doing, children, he said yes. Did
Yes.
he know what he was doing?
No.
But he had a dream. Continue.
I have a dream last night. Okay, so anyway, so really, for all these young kids, you know, dreams come true. When you just put something in your mind and you want to do it, you will do it. Because persistence, and if somebody told you you cannot do it, is when you get more resilient. Is when you work like, oh really? I was like that. I was like,
He said your haters are your biggest motivators.
exactly. I am a witness of that because that happened to me. So as soon as I walk in the studios, the guy put me to do all these things. I say, yes, I can do it. Yes, I know how to do it, but I don't know nothing. All right, so they left for 3 months because they had this movie going on.
I'm sorry. Raise your hand if you've ever threaded a sewing machine or attempted to. Yeah. So anybody in this room right now who's attempted that is sitting there looking at him like, you said you could use a sewing machine. You're about to be the costumer for a movie and have no idea. Threading the machine can take an hour. Continue.
Yes. So
How did you survive? How did you get
well, you know what? A good thing it was that I was my partner worked in major film industry. My ex-partner. So he was always telling me, I'm tired. Can you hear me? And I was like, okay. So I learned through him before I went to the studios. But still, I don't know nothing. I mean, I barely speak English. I was like worse than now. You know, you think I have an accent right now? It was worse.
I barely speak English.
Yeah.
No. Sabes qué estás haciendo when you do that.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh my God. So I have to go through they sent me out in this wonderful big custom designing room with all these different machines, melting machines, sewing machines, leather machines, cutters, all these different things. And I was like, oh my God. And all these different cabinets with chemicals and latex and paintings and an airbrush machine and all these different things. So I went and I learned about everything. They left for 3 months. So I sit I sit my behind and at the sewing machine, and I have in one of my intents, the sewing needle, it went and thread my fingers together, these 2 fingers, because I was working doing this, and it thread me my 2 fingers together. So I had to go to the emergency room. Okay, but I learned a lot. I learned all the chemicals. I learned this spray guns. I learned everything. And then I was like, okay, my task, because the guy left, he's like, well, we have, we need a test for a costume for a movie called Creature from Earth. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, it took me 3 months. But you know what? Like I said, when you want to do something, When you have something in mind, you can do it. It's nothing that you cannot do if you put it in your mind. It's nothing. It will be a lot of stepstones in the way, but you can do it. A lot of people are going to come and tell you you cannot do it, but
Your motivators, those haters.
exactly. So I did it. So when they come back from set, they were like, okay, Mario, what did you do? So I'm like, okay, so I covered it. I got my first design and pictures and I covered it. But I did a lot of different things that they don't ask me. So I go like, okay, ta-da! So I open it, and he's like, he say, you say that you have never do special effects, and you work in all these machines and all that. This is beautiful. And I go like, no, but that's not it. I learned how to airbrush, so it was creature from earth. So I do all these different vein designs with the airbrush, and I go like, let me put it black light like you. Ta-da! You know what? You play with the brain, and they'll be like, ooh, nice. Yeah. So they love it, and immediately after that, he made me the supervisor of the costume department for Criswell Productions, and that's where my work started. I work in a lot of different films. It's a big crew, you know. It's like a mass of people working together to create these movies, and they have a lot of money. So I mean, you can stay right there.
Guys, they have a lot of money.
A lot, not too much. A lot. So you're getting paid for working with all these different costume designers to do a production, but it's a lot of money. I never experienced that much money ever in my life.
That sounds like trouble.
Ooh, it was a lot of trouble. Because with that, it come all the premieres, all the, red carpets, and ta-da! I was like, ooh, I was 23 years old. You have, So then, I started.
23 and in Hollywood.
Yeah, one of my favorite ones is when John Criswell, he come to my office, because I have an office. So he's like, hey Mario, we need to restore the Planet of the Apes costumes. Wow. I was like, oh yes, and I met Charlton Heston in person. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So I did it, because they like me because I'm good with detail. When I was younger, my pulse was fine, not like right now, old men, like shaking all over. But when I was younger, you can tell me to do a straight line and I do it. You can tell me to do a heart, no problem, very nice. But now I can. But no, I had wonderful experience with working in Hollywood. We work. I help my partner to create different animatronics for different movies. I work with my partner in The Shining. Also, I help him to do a few things for The Shining. So name it. It's so many different films. But I was not right there. It was a big, huge crew. So I had a wonderful experience. Unfortunately, for all those of you that they are young and you have kids that you have a lot of dreams, I was also acting in different movies, A Creature from Earth, Alien Interview. I was the doctor for Alien Interview, Area 51.
You guys, go check IMDb when you get home.
Yes, go home and check it out. But you know what? The funny thing, but they would find a lot of stuff, but
we'll find you. They'll find you.
Hey, remember, I was illegal. So I was working with another green card. But it's okay. I have a lot of pictures, and my name is also in a lot of their credits with. Well, the other one that is my favorite is Mel. It was about a gigantic turtle. And I was the makeup artist for the turtle, and I was the puppeteer. Yes, it's called Mel, M-E-L.
You guys, because people never tell you about cool jobs you can have in the arts, and I need everyone to stop and recognize that you can be a makeup artist for a turtle.
Yeah, honestly, you see me with the airbrush, like doing the makeup for Mel, and then in the same time I was the puppeteer. With the food taba controls, I was making Mel eating the pancakes and Mel doing all these different things. So I have to tell you, I have a lot of fun in my years the Hollywood industry. But again, that's what I'm saying. You have to be careful with drugs. I'm very open with my life.
Yeah.
Because with this, my testimony will help a lot of kids. I've been doing this since I moved from Hollywood. I do a lot seminars and talking about my life, because one thing that can stop your dreams is drugs and alcohol. And unfortunately,
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
yeah,
We have a group of youngins today, so I'm going to stop and be
that's
like,
what I'm talking.
did y'all hear that? He's
Yeah.
talking to you guys right now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, because I have jokes right here, and I want there to learn from my experience, because you can be anything you want in your life, but if you miss an opportunity, when the luck is knocking on your door, and if you are wasting your time drinking and doing drugs,
Yeah, if you're hungover when opportunity knocks, you might not let her in.
yeah, it will never happen. No, but I enjoy it, regardless of anything. I enjoy it. So I moved. When I saw that Hollywood was really not for me, it was for me, but it was not for me, because I'm such a drama queen too, so I can do drama. Okay, so
I'm not sure what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
so, but it was not for me. So I decided that I was going to move to the Bay Area. My brother used to live in Fairfield, so I moved to Fairfield. I don't like it, girl. You know what? I don't like it moving. I don't like live that life, because I have checks for $10,000 for 2-3 weeks of job work. In those times, during the 1990s, you're talking about money. I was making money. I have paid checks for $2,700 for 1 week. Tax with all the deductions, already I clean all that money, so I have money. And I also opened my own special effects studios in Eagle Rock, California. It was called Mass Effects. So I was signing big contracts. I was getting there. I was in the way to get a lot of money and fame and all that. But I was too young, too soon, and I was inexperienced. So
Frontal lobe development is real, ladies and gentlemen. It's important to
Yeah.
have someone around you who's older and a little bit wiser when major life changes happen. Woof. So I'm gonna radically shift because
we're talking about. I just talk a little bit.
I know the background. We're giving you all the background on
Exactly.
how
So
he became
let's go to the soup.
such an infamous artist.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna just ask some questions. I got some fun questions. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this one is easy.
Okay.
At what age did you discover your love of the art? Like, is there, like, people have stories. People have, like, oh, I watched this thing on stage, or oh, I saw this gown, or oh, is there a moment that you can remember, like, little?
When I discovered you, oh yeah. I told you, when I was carrying my mom and my grandmother clothes to make it different, I have a lot of fun getting the scissors and mess up everything, so I was probably like 10 years old, and
Your poor mom.
but from there, it was good also, because like I told you, we don't have a lot of money, we're not rich, but I had to make myself different, so I started going to, when I go to junior high is when everything started coming up. Why? Because I had to look different than everybody, so I was adding to my clothes, I was cutting different colors and put it in the backpacks, the pockets in the back. I was cutting the triangle in the bottom and making bell bottoms. I was doing all these different things. I was painting them and.
Now this question I didn't have on my list, but because of what you're saying, I have to ask: do you think? Because what you're saying, for anybody who maybe grew up without money or had to thrift half their wardrobe or whatever, this is a very common story. There are a lot of young kids up in their room hot gluing things or bedazzling things to their clothes to be an individual. Do you think the struggle of not having things helped you grow as an artist?
Oh, most definitely, yes. Yes, it can be easy if I have all the money to get the materials and get all the things that you want, but if you are an artist and you're born, I mean, because, I believe that we all artists, we just have to develop that. I mean, a lot.
Children sing before they talk.
Yeah, exactly.
They dance before they can walk.
Exactly. So yeah, no, I remember that. It was very, very.
So young Mario at 9 years old, making new clothes out of his mother's dresses. Did you have permission before you started?
No. One time I was in my grandmother. No, this was also. I was when I was already older. I was. You guys going to laugh with this, but I was already in the university. I went to the university when I was young. I mean, I was younger. It was. Let me see. It was. I think I was 16 when I went to the university. I was 16, and all the kids, the teenagers, we was going to go to a swimming area, to some springs, and in those times, the Speedos wasn't very famous in those times. So look at me. Look, honestly, I don't have the money. They was too expensive. And my grandmother had a beautiful red blouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, no. I know where this is going. Continue.
I grabbed that thing and I turned it in Speedos, and it was the best Speedos that everybody loved. And they were like, "Oh my God, I like you," because I was different. I make it with little patches here and there. And the funny thing is that I did it with a sewing needle.
Oh, by hand?
By hand, okay? And it was look cool, but after that, oh my God, my grandmother.
Abuela, what did she say?
She grabbed me by the ear, she cursed me, she fit me that day. She was pissed because it was one of her favorite blouses.
Grandma's favorite blouse turned into your favorite Speedos.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, I have another question. We'll get back to our questions.
Okay.
What artist has had the biggest influence on your art? Like, is there an artist? Because I know, like, for Nicaraguense people, like, when you talk about writing and stuff, it's Ruben Dario. We all have, like, there's like, some iconic artists usually for everybody.
You know what? I like a lot artists. I love a lot artists. But my favorite artist, and I used to do that, is Pablo Picasso. Oh. And you know what? Also, with you coming to it's a lot favors of mine because I have the influences of a lot of different artists. I like Vincent Van Gogh, I like Frida Kahlo, I like Diego Rivera. I like,
Obviously, you like Posada.
I
don't know why I think that. Maybe there's a little influence.
Of course, Rafael, look at Posada and the 1900s. I mean, one of the best.
I was like, your Catrinas are everywhere, so.
The cartoonist, one of the, he was one, I mean, besides his political view, when he designed La Catrina, he used to be he used to call that La Catrina Garbancera. La Catrina Garbancera. Why did she call it Garbancera? I don't investigate that yet, but it was called La Catrina Garbancera.
Well, I will tell you that in the back there's an actual little write-up about Catrinas and how they started off as a political cartoon. So every time people see on Dia de Muertos, you see a Catrina, remember that started as a political statement saying that, look, you guys are all dressed up like those Europeans, but this is what you look like to us. Just a bunch of skeletons running around.
Yeah, and also, the one of the things why he started his political move, it was because he was sick of the noble people, or in those times the Victorians or the Georgians or whatever fashion was in that time, and when these people lost somebody, they dress up. That's why La Catrina is have all these wonderful gowns with this beautiful jewelry and all that. So he was making fun. He was political before. He was making fun of the nobles. So it was very cool. Through later on, Diego Rivera.
Rivera and Kahlo both.
And Frida Kahlo, yes,
you see
exactly.
The Catrinas later in both of their work.
Exactly. Because then he started adding the Catrinas in a lot of the big murals. One of the most famous murals. I forgot which one is, but it's in the Distrito Federal, I think. So it's the first one when he appeared, like Katrina appeared. I forgot the year, but it was the first one. And then right there is when everything started. Right there is when we, the Mexican, take over the La Catrina is a main icon for Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because Dia de Muertos predates the Catrina, but the Catrina is now the biggest symbol for Dia de Muertos that is around. And so, again, so we're talking about art and culture, and something that no matter how much you try to water it down, what everybody in the audience will probably find is the more you look at art, the more political you'll find it. Like, everything, I would say especially, I can't think of especially a Mexican artist whose work, I mean, I'm sure modern, I'm talking about the ones that we go to school and study. I can't think of one where their art is not rooted in some kind of protest or political statement. And please correct me if I'm wrong, shout somebody out if you can think of somebody.
No, but you know what, you're right. Through the years, I mean, you go to history, even a lot of the artists, I mean, most of the art, I mean, and that's what I believe. The art is a political, it's a very powerful tool when you use that politically. You know what I mean? Let me tell you one thing. Only because I'm a non-profit, I don't do what I was going to do for Dia de los Muertos, but with what's going on right now with the new administration and all the attacks in my culture, because you can really see, when you see the news, it's the Latinos, and most is the Mexicans, okay? So we are under attack.
Pero aquí todos estamos mexicanos.
Yes, exactly, we are right here, we are Mexican. You are Venezuela,
For
Salvador, Guatemala.
For anybody who doesn't know Spanish, what I said is, but here we're all Mexican. Because and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, at least my lived experience, I am not Mexicana, pero anywhere, whenever I speak Spanish or somebody says, I'm Mexican. If I'm on the other side of the country, maybe I'm Puerto Rican or Cuban. Pero it seems like if you're on the West Coast, you're just Mexicano.
But you look like Mexican, I'm sorry.
Ay, Dios mío. That was a compliment from him. He was
No, but no, I was going to use the Catrinas. It's a political icon like Quesada.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to bring them, all my Catrinas, and I was going to chain them with the handcuffs, and I was going to get ICE agents surround them, and I was going to also do because we lost a lot of our Native American woman, and most likely you use the red hand.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I was going to do that, but I cannot do it. You're thinking about how?
So the reason he's saying that is because when you're a 501c3 nonprofit, you're not allowed to politically endorse or blah, 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 blah. Pero you can endorse an artist and the artist can do whatever. But, there's loopholes and ways. We'll talk after the cameras are done. Okay, so I have another question for you.
Okay.
What person, and actually I'm going to answer that question too, because you said Frida Kahlo, and for me, I studied so many men, so many middle-aged European men when I studied art in school. It was like, whoa. And then I found Frida Kahlo, and the thing is, it wasn't because she was a woman, and people are probably the unpopular opinion about to transpire here. Please do not rush the stage and murder me when I say this, okay? I loved Frida Kahlo because her artwork was not pretty. She's not aesthetically pleasing. She wasn't going to any norms. Instead, it was raw, it was gritty, it was her pain. She didn't try to put the filter on when she painted herself. She was as real as could be, and more so. So when I saw her, I said, oh, you know what? And please, Lord, please forgive me, because there is technique in her art. She's an amazing artist and muralist and everything. But looking at her work, it reminds me of the one truth in theater. There's a lot of theater kids in here tonight. It reminds me of the one truth in theater is we're here for one thing, and that's to tell the story, right? So she was more focused on the story. So I was gonna say for me that was a life-changing artist because it wasn't the presentation, it was what was said.
Yeah, exactly, and she's raw. You know, I mean, you're right. I love her artwork because it have a meaning. It have an incredible meaning, and it have a message. And she was not like the Michelangelo or the Da Vinci and
No,
all
she
those.
was Frida Kahlo.
She was Frida Kahlo, a big icon in my community. And also, what I like is like you're right, is the storytelling in that. The storytelling in every single one of her paintings.
Yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So the next question is, what person has had the biggest impact on your life? We all already know the answer, but go ahead.
My mother.
Okay, elaborate to the people.
It's a very hard story.
Okay.
And that's why probably I working and I admire woman. Because my mother, because I see the resilience in her, I see the work, I see a battle woman because my father was a behind, you know, I know when I say the word. And she was the one, the provider, she was the one working every single day. My father sees his ass and, oops, sorry.
It's fine, the words in the Bible, they're fine.
So he sit down and drink beer and be the owner of the restaurants, and my mom right there behind, working, cooking, making the salsas, cooking the food, taking care of the kids. They have to go to school, clean the house, prepare all the food, all the salsas, put it in the truck, take it to the restaurant. So, and have to raise 7 kids.
7 kids.
7.
Woo.
I'm the first one.
Mayor?
I'm the first one.
Of 7?
Yes.
Woo! Woo!
So yeah, it's my mother. Plus, she is a wonderful singer.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, she sing. When she was younger, I used to.
Okay, Molly, did you hear that? We're borrowing Abuela. We're going to
I
put her
was.
on stage.
Yeah, I was. She used to take a shower, and when she was going to take a shower, I know her, and I was getting very excited because I had to sit down, and I had to listen to her voice.
Don't make me cry.
Girl, don't make me cry too. I can tear right now because I love my mom. She's my hero.
Yeah.
Oh, raise your hand if your mommy's your hero. There's a lot of people that they're, for better or for worse, their mom has definitely shaped who they are.
Well, you know what is that's the reality. And
Yeah.
in the Latino community and a lot of other communities, the mother is the one that raised the kids. The father is the go to work, and the mother is the one that give the kids all the love, all the nurturing, all the when you sick, she take care of you. The father not. The father is like make the baby and go to work. That's it. Well, a lot
You guys, and just for political reasons, I'll say not all fathers, but
yeah, no all fathers, but the majority. I'm sorry, all the fathers right here. I don't mean to be mean.
oh. Okay, well, we all knew that answer. Actually, we all knew you were gonna say it was your mommy. We all knew.
Yeah, because you guys see me work with her
We all see
everywhere.
her everywhere. She's everywhere. You'll see her this Saturday at Dia de Muertos. Say hi.
No, I want to be
She's
crying
fucking
because she's in Texas.
Oh, estás en Texas.
Mhm.
Con su hermana.
With my sister, yeah. And don't think that she's not screaming right there. She's like, I want to be in the Dia de los Muertos. But she's not going to be this year.
I'm gonna miss her. Okay. Oh my goodness. I actually wrote questions. You have successfully mastered many art mediums, whether it's your dresses, whether it's paintings, whether it's actual special effects, whether it's your photography, whether it's all the things. So you're a Renaissance man for sure. But if you could have a magic wand and tomorrow you have a new artistic superpower. You could do anything in arts. What would it be?
You know what? I've been thinking about it. I have somebody. I met a couple of years ago a wonderful person that she's been pushing me a lot. You know what? Most of the creations that I do, I dream them first. It's like I have a dream, and then I make it happen, and then I design. I can sew. I can use a sewing machine. I can do cutting. I can do all that, but I am big time in recycling gowns. So that's one of my things. So you know what? I start recycling all these gowns and
just a side note for anybody in this audience. If you have bought yourself any fast fashion dresses or have some old gown or something that just is sitting in your closet, please donate it to La Catrinas of Solano AIDS Coalition.
Well, like you said, like you said, like this one here.
Like that one right there.
You know what? That one. Let me tell you about that one. That one is 14 years old. And
14's not old. Go ahead.
Yeah, but well, it's not old, but it's old for a dress. I think sometimes.
Okay, sure.
But look, it used to be a white gown. They have wine stains. Then I transformed that one in a gray with purple. Then it was blue. There was all these different colors. And and then after all those years, I go, you know what? This is already the flowers are looking really vintage. So let me give the last touch. So that one I only use it for display. But it's 14 years. So once upon a time it was an ordinary white gown.
So that's beautiful, and we hope that everybody recycles fashion and nobody throws anything out. Material does not biodegrade, guys. But so now that we've talked about that a little bit, I would love to hear what you want your super secret art power to be. What would it be? Are you
Well, I was going to say that.
Because you do everything.
I was going to say that. Look, I also like painting mannequins, so I transform mannequins. So because when I was in Los Angeles, I have different exhibits in the Speakeasy Gallery. Also, I do mixed media. I do sculpture. So I do interactive art for different adult industry. Well, I have to say that's me. So anyway, no, but I did. It was wonderful.
He makes art for everyone.
For everyone. So so when I see the gowns, I start having these dreams. So and I see my gowns with a mannequin with the makeup realistically and look like. But I see it in an oil painting. So right now, what I want to do next year, I want to start transforming my gowns and put it in paintings.
So now you're going to be Rembrandt. You're good. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. He said the next thing for me to conquer.
Yeah, that's a challenge. It's a challenge. You know why? Because I'm very good with mixed media and creating and all that, but I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to draw faces. I don't know. I may, but I never try it. You know.
And if anybody's seen his sketchbook, you know he's a liar. But go ahead.
Okay. But you know what? I used to do some drawings. You're right. I used to do, but I like the cubism from Picasso. That's what I was telling you. I made a lot of things like with that, like the weeping woman and all that. You know, the Picasso and that type of art. I used to do that.
Okay. So next question. Are you ready?
Yes.
So you've done it all. We're all hearing about what don't you do between photography, painting, costuming, design, festivals, blah. I mean, he does it all. He's even given me a show that he wrote and was like, "Can you make this into a stage play?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, in my spare time I'll do that." So with all of the things that you do, in all of the communities you've been, if you could boil it down to something, if there was a theme or a message behind your art, what would that be? What do you think that is? What is the thing that you're trying to tell people?
Well, you know what? I with my art, So anyway, when I moved to the Solano County, and then I moved to Vallejo. Well, I met a wonderful person. I met my husband, my partner.
Hi, Uncle Calvin.
So I met him, and he was a big change in my mind. The reason why I let go a lot of the drugs, because I was coming right here to Fairfield only for a couple of months, and I want to go back over there. So I want to go back over there, but if I was going back to Hollywood, it was going to be really bad because I really was dying and killing myself. I lost everything. I lost my money, my houses, my studios, everything because of drugs.
And your health.
Yeah, and my health. So when I come here, then I met Calvin, and so he was really nice. And then I don't want to move back to Hollywood. I guess.
He was so nice. He kept you from Hollywood?
I was fall in love, so I cannot move. I fall in love, so I don't move.
Oh my, he's blushing in the second row right now.
It was the truth, but you know what? But he had one way to say this story, but I had the truth.
Wait. He has one way he tells the story, but you have the truth.
Yeah, because
do we want the truth, guys? Yeah, let's hear the truth. Go ahead.
Okay, well, you know what? He always tried to say that I come to him and I was asking him, not good, not truth. I sit down and I was having my favorite drink was vodka and cranberry. And I remember like yesterday he was wearing satin green shirt with black slacks, and he looked so handsome, and then he had a wonderful smile. And I
just want to point out in this story that he just said that he did not approach him, that he was not the one chasing him.
No.
But he sure did give us the exact rundown of the outfit he was wearing. Continue.
The smile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you know what? But no, he came to me. I just like him. I was look, because I was just coming from a bad relationship. So I mean so I saw him and he came and he said he just looked at me and he said, because everybody was going crazy because I was in the townhouse. New person, a new person with all these.
Everybody was going crazy because a new person came into the townhouse.
Exactly.
So I love how divided the room is right now. So half of our audience is too young to participate at the townhouse on Georgia Street. But the rest of the audience just started laughing very hard because they know what a new person at the townhouse means.
Me. It was me. So he asked me who you are, and I was like, mm-hmm. So I stayed. The point is that I decided that I was going to stay in. No, I was in Fairfield, so I had to come all the time this way, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to move to Vallejo. So that's when I moved to Vallejo, I was driving in Sonoma Boulevard, and I remember he took me to a thrift store, and I never was in a thrift store before.
You'd never been to a thrift store?
No, before. I was working in Hollywood, remember?
Yeah. Oh, please. They got thrift stores in Hollywood.
Yeah, but
Go ahead, Bougie. Go ahead.
But I don't because I was making good money and I don't want to go to the thrift store. But he took me to a thrift store and I fell in love.
With the thrift store?
With the thrift store. Girl, because I was in all these brand names like I remember I get a bunch of Giorgio Armani suits right there for $20, girl. I used to pay $600, $700, $700, $1,500, $2,000 for $20. And then I
just discovered resale.
Exactly, I was like, yeah. And then I have no money like before, so girl, I was in Candyland. Yeah. Candyland, yeah. So when we was in, we always cross Sonoma Boulevard, and I see a lot what was going on in all over Vallejo.
20 years ago, Sonoma Boulevard was like it is today.
Oh well, it was worse.
Oh, it was worse. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Yeah, and also right here in Georgia Street when I opened the thrift store.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, remember? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I told him, I go like, I'm going to open a thrift store. And then he's like, no, you are not. I go like, okay. So it happened that we met a group of people that they was working with HIV. And they was trying to find members. But it was not about the disease, it was about gossiping. So anyway, so we went and we met and we went and we do a lot of work, we do a lot of work with HIV, but then nobody want to do it. After the first year, nobody want to do it. So we found a name. We found the name of the organization, Solano AIDS Coalition, and that's how Solano AIDS Coalition birthed. Over Calvin saying, no, you are not, and I was like, yes, I will. And then somebody...
So Solano AIDS Coalition was founded because somebody told you, no, you won't?
Yeah, no, but besides that, and then I see all the need of education, because you know what?
What year was this? Because...
it was in 2004, I believe. No, when I started the real group, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
yeah, no, it was more, yeah.
You were out in the streets, sir.
Yeah, but when we started the organization, yeah. But really, I saw the need of HIV education and prevention. I know also about drugs. I know what happened to me. So I go like, you know what, let's do it. So we start our different programs. First of all, we start giving away condoms into all the Sonoma Boulevard. I start doing small help people with food and clothes through the thrift store. So that's the way the Solano AIDS Coalition started. The first toy drive, I remember Donna, she was crying because she wanted for the kids, the HIV kids, the HIV infected families, to have a brand new toy. And she was crying and she told me she wanted to create a toy drive. And I go, you really want it, girl? And you cannot tell me that I cannot do that. No, you don't. Don't tell me you can't, because then I will do it. So he said, no, but you cannot do it, Mario. I go, really? Okay. So we started the first drive in the Prince of Peace Baptist
So for
Church.
everybody in the audience, if you would like Mario to do anything for you, just tell him he can't do it. Is that what? Nod your heads if we're all together. Okay, awesome.
But it had to be something that I like.
Oh, okay.
Something that is in my soul.
Okay.
Yes. No, everything great. You tell me to come in and yes,
And
I
we
do
whack
it.
the yard?
Yeah, probably I do it for you. I do it.
Oh, for me, thank you.
No, I do a lot of things. I mean, if that's what friends are for. No, you're right. If you guys want something, just call me.
He said we're all friends now.
Yeah.
If any of you need his
Yeah,
number, he'll
exactly.
be around after.
It's come with a price.
Okay, so what you keep, I don't know if anybody's getting this, but what I keep noticing is no matter how many times I ask you about art and culture, you bring it all back to politics. It's almost like all three are tied together.
They are because when I start, I remember when I start La Catrina, besides the fact that it's my culture and my traditions, I remember that we was working with Alvaro Garcia with the Vallejo High School, and we want to start. And also, I was working in that time. Isi Dranguli was one of the. She was the vice president for the Solano AIDS Coalition. Mm-hmm. So an amazing artist too. Wonderful artist. Beautiful murals. She's an amazing artist. And then she have her kids. So I love kids. So we get together and we do a lot of things together. She helped the Solano AIDS Coalition in a lot of ways, I lost my thought.
It's okay, it happens. You know what that means?
It does mean that
All right, does anybody have any questions? Oh, wow, a shy room. That. Okay, so this guy, maybe we don't want a question from that person.
Oh, no.
That feels like a setup. Miss Jerry Ann Guzman, president of Serenity Center and board member of the Vallejo Naval Museum, has her hand up. I'm frightened, but what is your question?
Where do you see yourself getting to in 5 years?
Ooh, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Good question.
In 5 years? Well, in 5 years, I will go to be the mayor of Vallejo.
I don't know what it is. Are you kidding me? Okay, wait, is this an official announcement? Did I get a scoop?
Well, no, it's not official, but it's nothing that you cannot do. And if I want to be the mayor, I will make sure that I do my campaign, and I make sure that you are the manager, so that way I win.
Did he just say he was going to run for mayor and I've got more work to do? Is that what he said? Okay, that was not where we wanted this to go. What are you talking about? In 5 years? No, pero en serio.
No, in 5 years, well, you know what? I already been doing the Solano Coalition for so long. I mean, I do a lot of education. We save thousands of lives, and I do a lot. I educate thousands of people. I help thousands of families in the last 23 years. And of course, with the help of wonderful. I mean, I have volunteers for the last 23 years, and without my team and the team that I have and the new people that I met in my life, my new team, I will be able to do nothing of what I do. And because, I mean, I can do some, but you have to remember the volunteers and the artists that come and believe in your dream. That's really the core of your organization. That's really the core of everything that happened. Without them, you may can accomplish things, but you are not ever going to accomplish what I accomplished today if it was not for all that wonderful people that come to my life. Some of them are already gone. Some of them I learned a lot from them. Some of them we may end in a not very good terms because things happen in life. But that not take away the fact of the power and the contributions that they give to my organization and to my person to grow. That not take away that. So I mean, the volunteers are what I keep doing what I'm doing. Honestly, because right now, I give you an example. The Day of the Dead Festival. It's a lot of work. And I have a vision. And this year I have a very different vision. Like I tell you, I dream things. It's coming to my mind.
Yeah, this year is a very different Dia de Muertos. If you've been here before, you have not seen what we're about to do. We're closing 2 blocks on Marin Street. We have activities all day long. Go ahead.
Yeah, so without these artists, I cannot accomplish my dream by myself. I may can do it, but it will take me probably like a year or 2 years to make that happen. But with these wonderful people that, and again, I have some wonderful new artists, and new people that come to the Solano Coalition that make it happen. Like I know you for so many years, and let me tell you what you know is the truth.
Don't say how many years.
Look at this. Look around. You see this? Communities collaborate together to make things happening. Things will be a major impact in the community because then everybody working together, we can achieve something magical. Not saying that what I created right now with my artists is not magical, but just imagine that everybody in this town get together and really celebrate our culture, our traditions, and our spirituality in this because all this beautiful art. Just imagine.
Okay, and while we're on that right now, actually, what you just said just hit a little thing in my brain, where everything you've done, you've been able to sprinkle a little bit of yourself, a little bit of your culture, a little bit of education, right? You try, it's very obvious in everything you do. Why at a time when Latinos, including myself, including mi familia, are nervous and frightened to be out in community, why is it even more important for you to do Dia de Muertos this year?
Because that shows that we are somebody, that we are strong, that we are resilient, that we are not going to accept this type of behavior because we are This land, you once upon a time was belong to us. We are not.
Once upon a time.
Well,
1851, California was still Mexico.
exactly, and to the day right now, to me, it's still Mexico because you can see it all over the United States. I mean, especially in California, Texas, New Mexico, Seattle, all these areas. You can go to all these things and they have Hispanic names. So I mean, this is our land, and then seeing the way my community and my people are getting humiliated. They disappear them, they killing them. I see babies in handcuffs, I see mothers, separations, I see people that they bring so much to the world, the upgrowth of the economy, to the United States. We are not just nobody. We are doctors, we are nurses, we are artists, we are housekeepers, we are the ones wipe you babies back. We are the ones that put food in your table. We are the ones that work the land. We are the gardeners. We are we are doctors. We are the nurses. We are the engineers. We have so much power in this country. This country is being built with our sweat. All the brown people, African people, and Latino people,
majority, yeah.
the majority of us are the ones build this land. You know, all these people come in ships, and they say that they discover all this land. This land was already.
It's weird to discover a place where people say welcome. Don't you think that's weird? Like you show up someplace, hi, I've discovered this land. And somebody says, hi, welcome. What did you discover? I'm sorry. I
No, but that's the truth. They say it in another language and they go like this, what? And then they say right now, you have to speak English. That's the native language. Bullshit.
I would like to remind everyone in the room that the United States has no official language.
Thank you. But once upon a time, it was indigenous language. I mean, I'm sorry, but we don't speak English, we don't speak French, we don't speak any other languages. These lands once belonged to Mexico, but the ones that Native Americans, that's the ones.
The pura pecha.
Yeah, exactly. We have all the Native Americans, they are living this land before it was. What did you discover? No, you know discover. Yeah, there's something. They discovered something. Yeah, there are major discovery. They discovered the richness of this land. They discovered the gold. They discovered all the precious metals. They discovered all these.
They discovered the things, not the culture.
Exactly, and that's why they cannot get along with our culture now because they only see. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this country.
Claro.
The land of the. You know, you can come here and do whatever you want to. You can be weekend whenever you want to. You have a lot of opportunities. But right now, I am so embarrassed of what's going on in this country because it should not be like that. It should be. You know what? It's a lot of ways that you can fix all these illegal immigration. You know what?
I know you say illegal on stolen land, but
exactly. But you know what? Why they inside that separate families inside that do what they're doing right now? Why they not come with a reform in the immigration system? Why they're not giving the proper paperwork, the residentships to all these people that work in this land and they contribute major contributions because they pay taxes. They know they are so ignorant that they.
Yes, just a little side note to everybody. An interesting thing that some people may hear when we talk about illegal immigrants is how they don't pay taxes, but they get services. Well, I will tell you all something very interesting. Everyone who has a job has to pay taxes. Now, whether that's your tax, whether that's your Social Security or not, number or not, that's between you and the Lord. But that Social Security number is getting taxes out. People who are undocumented are paying more into the system than they could ever get out of it because they do not have legal documentation to get the money back out of it. So again, we're not going to get political. I'm just going to tell you, Google for now is free. And when you hear silly or interesting things, please take a moment to Google them and check out what's actually happening.
But you know what? Besides that, the government is full of baloney. Because you know what? Let me tell you one thing.
Yo, I was trying to be like, let's not get political.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not political, but that's the truth. They give ITINs to a lot of the illegal, and I don't say undocumented. I don't like to say illegal. Undocumented people. They give them an ITIN. And they have to go and report that. And they take the taxes, and they take the medical, and they take the Medicare, and they take all these different taxes. But they are not getting that money. They are not going and getting services. Right now, you have emergency medical for some of the undocumented people, but they deserve that because you know what? That they paid for. So I don't understand this politics. I know. That's one thing that I joke about it when I say I want to become the mayor of Vallejo. I don't want to be a politician, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I can do more in the outside, because if anything goes wrong, and let's say there's something going on, or measure coming into the city of Vallejo, and I don't like it, and people don't like it, I can get the people, because we the people, and I can bring all of them to the city hall and make changes. But if I was just the mayor, I wouldn't be able to do it. Because how many times I've been 23 years asking so many different mayors in Vallejo that we need change in the community, and what they've been doing.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
He said, what have they been doing?
I'm talking about major changes that we need as a community.
No, I agree with you. And I think that's why I think it's hard for us to have this discussion right now and be like, oh, we love candles and light and there's mysticism in our artwork and, you know, we're out here doing XYZ. It's hard to do that when you know you're scared to take your grandma to the doctor's office.
Yeah.
Like, it is hard to have a conversation about anything else right now if you're Latino in this country, because at the end of the day, we were just told by the Supreme Court that officers can just, by the way you look or your job, can pull you over and question you. So, or detain you, God forbid. So, I know that we were in here and we were wanting to talk about Dia de Muertos and candles and light and lore and mysticism and how sexy our people are just in general, the whole diaspora of Latinos. I mean, y'all love us. Yeah. Look at your movies. Like, you idol, you fetishize us a little bit. It's it's a lot, and we wanted to have a really deep conversation about that. But at the end of the day, you can't get in the weeds about certain things when you're worried to go to the grocery store. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, this was supposed to be a light conversation about all the cool projects that we do.
What we have going on right now, like Alma is right here in the audience right now, and she and somebody else are getting people together because we have to get prepared, because if we have to go and deliver food to our neighbor ones that they are struggling right now, we have to help them to go take their medicine. If we have to go and help them to get an attorney and advocate for them, if we, that's what we are as a community, and I love this. You know what? Let me tell you what I love about what's going on right now. Because we are together. You know what? One of the major things in between the Latino community and the African American community is that we are not together. We are against each other. When it's not supposed to happen like that, because if we join forces, like right now, a lot of Latinos want to join forces, we can conquer everything and we can make changes. But because a lot of the Latinos or Trump, or I'm sorry,
por favor, no me digas.
Por favor, I'm sorry.
I can't.
Neither did I. No more of that. But you know what? But working together, it makes the difference in every single thing. But you know what? You have a system. This is systematic. You have a system in which one they cannot. They always want to make sure that black people and Latino people hate each other, that we are not coming together. You know what I mean? And that's systematic because they know that if we all brown get together.
Well, they know there's more of us.
Exactly.
They know that teamwork makes the dream work. And there has never been a time in human history when if the people have rallied together, that the small percent has beaten us out. It's just in your history books, guys. We're in a history museum. Look it up. I know these are dark times and they'll probably get weirder, harder, and more frustrating, and that's why community is so important. But I will say the only thing that keeps me smiling is, according to my history book, we always beat fascism. It may be hard and it may be a long fight, but so far we've done a good job of smashing it out. So
you know what? Yes, it's a lot. Like when I talking in art, and when I talking about my life and what I pass through, and what I going to still passing through, because life is a journey.
Legacy. You're talking about
Life
legacy.
is a journey. Life is a journey. So I mean, even to the day that you die, you're going to learn how to die because you don't know. You know what I mean? So even then, you're going to learn. So this is a journey for us, and getting together, knowing each other. Everything is about, to me, I don't know about everybody, but to me, and I know to you, and I know to a lot in the audience, to me, everything is about love and respect. You know, you respect me, you love me. It's about that. If I have respect for you, and if I love you the way I should love you, because God is love, energy is love. Creation is love. So you know what? That is the recipe to make sure that everything gets well. As long as we are divided, as long as we have too much hate in our hearts, as long as we're divided, it's always going to be that little room to let all these people and all these entities and all this negativity to come through and try to destroy what we're building together as a society and as a community and as people of color. They will, because they see the threat. They see that, they're getting together. So I mean, that's why we have to get together, and we have to try to stop that hate, try to stop that competition. I do better with you helping me. I do better with what I try to achieve in the community-wise, with you, with Alma, with Alicia, with Calvin, with Jerian, with everybody here, with Corey, everybody here. We do a lot better if we join forces together. If we are helping each other. That's the key.
I completely agree with you. I'm just going to check our time real quick, because I know you okay, got a little bit of time. So, this seems like a silly question now that we've already been discussing so much of this, but because you've been doing this for so long, like you've been in the trenches.
Don't make me that.
Okay, never mind. You've been doing this a respectable amount of time. How's that? Is that better?
That's better.
That's better. What do you think? Because, look, as my Thea used to say, I speak with an accent, but I don't think with one, right? So just that alone, just because you do speak with an accent, there's certain things, What do you feel has been your biggest challenge, or what's the biggest adversity to you as a Latino, openly out, very proud man in this community? What have been the hardships that have kind of, because I can't, no offense or anything, but basically you have so many things, you have so many check marks against you, right? And yet when I see you, you're out there kicking butt in the community and doing everything that you want to. You say, I'm going to do this, and I go, okay. And you do it. So what have been the biggest challenges, and how have you overcome it? There's people in this audience that want to believe what you're saying, that want to say, yeah, you know what? If I can think it, I can do it. If I can dream it, I can be it. So, what have been the challenges, and how have you overcome them, so that we can all take a note or two?
You know what? Community. That's been one of my... I have a lot of people, like I say, I have a lot of people, I teach a lot of people, but getting the message, get the message. Telling people is been very difficult. I mean, I achieved that. I already accomplished that, but in the beginning it was very difficult when it's coming to the Solano exploration, when it's coming to education and prevention, when it's coming to talk about sex, when it's coming to talk about my culture, when it's coming to talk about me as a Mexican, when it's coming about my accent. I mean, let me tell you this story. We was in rehearsal in the house of Toby Hooper. You know Toby Hooper, he do a lot of the horror movies. So Tony Hooper was a very good friend of mine. So we was working in I have a thick, this is nothing. Before I was like, oh my God, what are you saying? But it was a group of people that they tried to make fun of my accent. And one of the...
Oh, excuse me, you speak 2 languages.
No, that's what I said. I tell them, I go like, la 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 in Spanish, and then in English, in broken English, I go like, yo puedo hablar 2 idiomas y tú no puedes hablar ni siquiera el tuyo completamente.
That part, I can speak 2 languages and you can't even speak yours.
That's exactly what I said. But that's my challenge, you know. I wish, and also with my Latino community, is very, I mean, because we are very, I mean, religious. And when you want to talk about sex and
yeah, that's a no.
That's
what are you doing? What are you doing? No.
So that's one of my main challenges, and also,
yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're like working against the culture when you're like,
yes.
oh no, here's a condom.
No,
Ay, Dios mío, no, por favor. Like,
no, it's harsh. No, I mean, once I was in the farmer's market and I was giving condoms away. I talking about 15.
No, I don't know nothing about this. I'm
oh
a
my
good
God,
girl.
this girl coming and slapped me the basket away from my hands, and I was like, oh my God. and it's because religion and culture. That's it. Really, that's probably the only challenges besides the fact that when you try to create cultural events in the city of Vallejo, I'm facing so much challenges. I mean, even with permits, it is too much. I mean, to try to create and be part of this society, this community, because everything that I do, I mean, I don't make money. I mean,
Oh, I understand.
You know what?
I understand.
I don't make money. I'm surviving with the other side of me.
Yeah, I'm the world's craziest volunteer. I
So-
understand.
So I mean that's when you have all these different people that they are, because when you do the right things and when you do things that impact the community and you have other people, you call them the haters. They want what you're doing. They want what you're doing. They want what you're doing. And they want to go like this, talking.
Talk.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
And
but
then like crickets when you stand next to him. Quiet.
yeah, but otherwise not. Otherwise, no. I
No?
mean, I am easy like
You guys,
Sunday morning.
shush. That's on camera, sir. The whole world knows how easy you are.
Gavin is saying, yeah, right.
The husband is in the back laughing. It's fine.
He's
Does
funny.
anybody have any other questions? Oh yes.
So you talk about community. How would you feel, or do you see yourself opening up another
Ooh.
shop? You know, where you...
Yeah, okay, good question. So since you're so community based, do you see yourself trying again to have a home base, a community, a pop-up shop?
You know what? I just about thinking about relaxing on retirement, and then you are asking me about yes, it's been in the talk. I have a surprise coming up. It's been in the talk, you know.
I'm scared when you said he has a surprise.
Yeah, I think for the last 10 years, I've been, when I struggle and I get angry, I say I don't want to do my work anymore. I don't want to do the Solano exclusion anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it's engraved in my heart, you know. So I've been thinking, I in the talks to get another office. So I'm going to have another office, and soon I will let you guys know, and you want to be a volunteer because you open your mouth right there. I'm just kidding.
Okay, any other questions for Mario or myself? I don't have any answers for things, but I can pretend. Does anybody have any questions?
Come on, kids, learn now.
Oh, he's looking at the OTF kids. He's like, guys, something?
You guys don't have no questions?
Nothing.
What's your favorite horror movie? And why?
Oh no, you know what? My favorite horror movie. You know what? I like Nightmare on Elm Street. I love that one. But you know what? I think one of the horror movies that is really cheesy, that I get so scared I don't sleep for like I think it was 2 or 3 days, and it's funny. But it was Evil Dead. It's all fake.
That's a comedy, guys.
I know, it's a comedy, and I was so scared with that one. I cannot sleep. When you see
En serio, the makeup and stuff, they did good for that comedy.
Oh no, that was
Yeah.
amazing. Oh, I know. And then when you see the girl without head walking, and ooh, I have nightmares for 3 days.
You know what my favorite horror movie is? I don't know if it counts as a horror movie though.
Which one?
Because to me, okay, whatever. Like I can deal. I mean, I don't like Freddy Krueger. You know that. That's not okay. I don't like it. But no. En serio, the worst thing to me, the worst, scariest thing in the world is man. Is just people. People are scarier to me than any monster they can put in a movie. So I think I really like Misery. It's a Stephen King.
Oh my
Like,
God,
I love that
movie.
Like that movie, like it's psychological. Like she's his biggest fan.
I
Like,
have
it's
a lot of favorite movies, you know, but oh my God,
but
Misery.
that's
Misery,
scary
yeah.
because there are creepy people out there in the world. Like, God forbid. Like I'm not scared that Freddy Krueger's gonna find me, but some
Is it
spooky
another-
bird.
It's another one that I want to check, and it's a scary.
No,
one.
I'm scared. Go ahead.
It's called Boxing Helena.
Boxing Helena.
Boxing Helena.
Okay, write it down.
It's about this narco crazy psychopath that shoved the arms and the legs of his girlfriend because he was so in love with her, and then he put her in a box. And every time he was, oh my God.
Again, I will say the
it's so
scariest
creepy.
thing you can put in a movie is just a person.
So creepy.
Is just a person. Jerry
Any
Ann.
more? Oh.
Go ahead.
Question for Maria.
Oh, Lord. Let's hope Maria has an answer.
You're currently doing the production of Wonderlandia,
Correct.
which is a fabulous show. If you haven't seen it, come see it Thursday night.
Yeah.
Are you going to do any more cultural pieces like that?
Ooh. So the first show that we originated at On the Fringe Theater, that's what I'm artistic director of, is On the Fringe Visual and Performing Arts. About 9 years, was it 9 years ago already? 9 years ago, we did our first original work, and that was Under the Weight of 45, and it followed the year of the presidential election, like the presidential election from when he announced his nomination all the way through the first year. So that was very like pop culture, not culture, but pop culture, you know? I think that we at OTF, well, I say we as in the royal we because it's me that writes these shows. But I think that Wonderlandia was something that came to fruition because Mario does this amazing Dia de Muertos thing. And the more I started researching, the more I realized that Lewis Carroll must have been cool friends with some Mexicanos because Alice goes through all of the 7 steps to the afterlife that the Michoacan and the Aztecs and everybody believed in. So I found that really interesting, and that started to bother me. Like, it was a little too interesting, and so I wanted other people to see that. There are a lot of cultural things that we would like to explore, but we also have to be careful because we are a nonprofit, so we have to be, whatever. But yeah, I would love to explore more. I actually really want to workshop a piece about I don't know how exactly to word it, but I'd like to. Wonderlandia hits on it a little bit, but I'd like to do a more modern, realistic piece on, just the feeling of being a Los Sabos kid and being here in this country. And I love using the phrase a Los Sabos kid porque fue mi primer idioma, pero aquí, when you don't practice, you lose it if you don't use it, people. I think there's a lot more to explore. I'm a teacher, so I'm a teacher and a writer, and when you put those two things together, that's gonna want more educational kind of programming. I'm not sure what that looks like right now, but you know me in real life, so there's at least 10 projects we're currently working on. But it's hard as a director and a writer and things and as a woman who looks the way I look, to do certain things and get certain things done. The first time I directed a show for On the Fringe, when our first big show, there was a dinner scene, and I served the men first. And all of a sudden, one of the actors got all up in arms. First of all, old enough to be my daddy, white man, and was like, no, that's incorrect. First of all, I'm the director, so if I'm doing it, guess what that means? It is correct. Wild. But he was like, you would never do that. You would never serve the men first. And I was like, hello and welcome to my culture. Yes, I would. I would absolutely feed the men first. That is how I was raised, and that's part of my culture. I'm sorry if that bothers you or offends you, but that's how I was brought up to do it. Like, I would automatically feed the men and my husband first. That's a cultural thing. I don't necessarily, if we want to get all XYZ about it, sure. It's a proud feminist. I can see whatever you want to make of it. But as the director and a Latina woman in the room, I was pissed to a 10.5. Don't tell me how I am going to serve somebody. That's incorrect. Oh, well, you would serve the guests first, and then you would serve. No, I did serve the guests, and then so it is really interesting when you get culture into the nuances of different spaces, because not everybody has the same culture as you. So Wonderlandia and kind of homegrown things are easy for us to work on stage, because when you write it, you can kind of be like, right? There's a lot more to explore, and I'm hoping that Wonderlandia, this is our second year, I'm hoping it becomes a tradition here in Vallejo. I think it's kind of cool. I'd like to keep it here. We have been offered to take it other places already, so that's exciting. But hopefully we'll stay in Vallejo. Any other questions? Did you have a question in the back?
Something you said earlier that caught my attention. I know you're trying to wrap up, but like you just said, you've been doing theater in Vallejo for 10 years.
Yes, well, I've been producing theater in Vallejo for 10 years. I won't admit how long I've been in theater in Vallejo.
But it all wraps up into everything that Mario said, community. Mm-hmm. So what I can say to the audience is, or even to you, or to all of us, don't despise the beginning of small beginnings. Like one of Mario, I'm really good friends with Mario and Calvin. So one of his events, I took the picture and I posted it on Nextdoor. Mm-hmm. And I got so many different people to say, oh, hey, thanks for promoting, thanks for posting. And I'm pretty sure they showed up. So I think going right back to tying into everything so you can wrap up, it's all about us, guys. It's all about community. If we know Maria's doing something, like I'm going to take a picture of your poster, and wherever I have a platform, I'm going to post it and let the people that follow me or the people that may not,
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and reiterate, at the end of the day, especially because of everything that we were talking about earlier with politics and community and this, that, and the other, I'm going to say at the end of the day, I can't depend on the city.
Right.
at the end of the day, I can't depend on anybody but my community.
Yes.
So, like, I'm vibing with what you're saying, and I'm going to say that unfortunately, the frustrations we all feel is because sometimes we're just not supported. And so the way to support each other, and this goes all the way back in your history books to anything you want to have done, you need your community, right? Get yourselves together, grab a friend, and tell them to grab 2 more. And so on that note, I'm going to ask one more question to wrap this thing all up. You ready?
Okay, last
You
one.
ready? Last one.
Yeah, because
And then
everybody's
I'm
tired.
I'm old. We took 2 shots. I gotta go to bed, y'all.
Everybody's tired. They wanna
Soy
go
una
to bed.
viejita, no puedo.
Okay.
Okay. So, if you had the chance to meet little Mario, 8 years old, cutting up his grandmother's blouse and her dresses, what advice would you give him?
Well, what?
What advice would you give him? What would you tell him?
Don't make the same mistakes that you made when you was in Hollywood.
He
Man,
said, "Don't do it."
don't do it. Just keep going. Don't do that thing
He
because
said, "Be safe.
yeah, be safe.
Be safe."
Be safe because when you are a kid and when you are young, you wanna try everything, but not everything.
Life is a buffet.
Yeah, but not everything is good for you. So we trying things in life. You may lose a big opportunity. So don't. You just I will be like stop it. Pow, pow, pow.
I love that. You'd go back and be like, "Okay,
I
party,
smack my
party,
face.
but don't party this much,
Yeah,
right?"
exactly.
Like, okay, well,
Okay, well, thank you so much
thank
for
you so
inviting
much.
me.
I just wanna take a moment to thank you for all you do in the community. I'm not sure if everybody understands the breadth of the work that you do. There are families in this community who would have gone hungry some nights. There are children who still believe in Santa Claus because of you. There are families that know their resources, and there are people that know where help is because of you. And there are people who know about Dia de Muertos and have fallen in love with our culture because of all you do in the community. So I would like to thank you for coming in here, having these shots, and yapping with me for a little bit. So thank you so much. If I can get a round of applause for our special guest.
Well, thank you again, and again, thanks to everybody that helped me to create what I create in Vallejo in Solano County. I am really happy to be here, and I don't think I'm going nowhere. I mean,
You're not.
all right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank
I
you
love
all
you, my
so
friends.
much. Please, if
Now
you're not-
remember where I come you, young ones. All right.
young ones, be careful of the sex
Be
and drugs.
careful.
That's what he's saying.
All right.
Thank you all so much. If you're not a member of the Vallejo Naval Museum, why the heck not? It's like less than a week of Starbucks, and it gets
So
you
when-
a year in here.
When is our next one?
When is our next what?
Our next.
Well, this Thursday is a production of Wonderlandia at 7
Okay,
p.m.
so now
This
this
Thursday?
Tuesday. Okay, so now I'm going to send you the flyer, and I want you to give every one of your friends the flyer, because I want you and Alicia to help me to fill this place. All right,
Thank you
and
guys.
all of you too.
Thank you guys
So
all
you
so
get
much.
ready because
Please
eh,
be
no,
careful driving.
now I'm going to have Rudy is going to be our
Y'all, we're gonna have
promoter.
to turn off his mic.
Now, Rudy,
He will be in the
you
back of the room to answer questions. You superstar. It's time to get off the stage. Get off.
Okay.
There. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you guys.